You finish the donut, and almost immediately the shame sets in. You feel the weight of having eaten past the point of being full. This experience has nothing to do with a lack of willpower. You aren't struggling because you missed a health class or lack the discipline of your peers. That uncontrollable urge to keep eating is a highly successful, ancient biological program. It is currently running exactly as intended. Deep inside your nervous system is a brutal command that kept your ancestors alive for 300,000 years. Eat now and store every calorie possible. Your brain still thinks you live in a world where food could vanish tomorrow. For almost all of human history, finding a meal was a massive, unpredictable gamble. We are judging ancient, life-saving biological hardware by the standards of an artificial modern environment. The very instinct that kept our species from extinction is now being labeled as a personal failure. 20,000 years ago, humans often spent days failing to find a single meal. Entire tribes scraped by on roots, insects, and scraps of marrow while waiting for a successful hunt. This chart illustrates the Thrifty Gene hypothesis. The upward line represents the humans who efficiently stored fat during times of abundance. They survived the next famine. The hesitant eaters lost their place in the gene pool. When an ancient human stumbled across a wild beehive, their brain rewarded them with a massive surge of dopamine. Those dense calories were an evolutionary jackpot. That chemical rush creates absolute urgency. It is a command to eat everything immediately, before the sun sets or a predator intervenes. For an ancient human, finding high-calorie foods secured their existence for another week. In that world, sugar equaled life. Our bodies prioritize survival certainty over simple fullness. The brain needs a guarantee that it can withstand a future famine, regardless of how much we've already eaten today. Because that fear of scarcity is so deeply wired, modern triggers like stress or boredom activate the same ancient protocol. Your brain senses the stress, assumes a period of hardship is coming, and tells you to store energy. Today, that ancient, terrified brain lives in an environment where thousands of calories are available in minutes, requiring zero physical effort to obtain. The modern food industry discovered how to use evolutionary shortcuts to manipulate this survival software. They engineered products to keep those ancient circuits activated as long as possible. This diagram shows the formula. Corporations combine salt, fat, sugar, and crunch into single objects. When these triggers click together, they light up your survival pathways and signal the brain to keep eating. In the prehistoric world, honey was dangerous to collect, and fruit was seasonal. Today, you can consume more sugar before breakfast than many ancient humans consumed in a month. A modern convenience store would look like a hallucination to a prehistoric hunter. The sheer density of effortless calories completely overloads our ancient nervous system. Our biology is still trapped in the past, which is why intentional calorie restriction, or dieting, feels psychologically agonizing. Your body interprets the diet as a dangerous, impending famine. The brain responds defensively by increasing your obsession with food and making hunger signals louder to protect your fat stores. If we look at this timeline of human history, the pattern is clear. For 99% of our existence, stored body fat signaled wealth, fertility, and survival. Only in this microscopic sliver of modern time did obesity transform from a survival advantage into a health crisis. We also removed the mandatory physical movement our bodies expect. We are consuming the richest food in history while our physical activity has flatlined. The result is total metabolic chaos. Your conscious desire to be thin is currently fighting a biological imperative that has kept your bloodline alive for hundreds of thousands of years. Your cravings prove your nervous system still belongs to a prehistoric world. They are the physiological echoes of a time when every successful hunt and every berry bush determined if you lived or died. We are ancient creatures trying to navigate a completely artificial food environment our biology was never prepared for.